Okay, again, good afternoon, and welcome to our afternoon session for this session. So we're just going to continue on doing the forecasting no in Excel, no, and um so I'll just be quick kasi late na ako. Let's just watch this while waiting for the others.
Hello friends,
Ano.
welcome back. My name is PK. In this video, you will learn how to do the forecasting in Excel using linear regression and other Excel formulas. So as you are seeing my screen, I have this sales data by dates. This is the date column wherein I have sales from 1st of Jan 2019 till 31st March 2019. And we have used 4 different methods to do the sales forecast. Here I will explain you each and every formula which I have used to doing the forecast. So you can see we have done the forecast for 1st April 2019 till 30th April 2019. I have used here linear regression. You can see the regression equation this, and I have used the forecast formula and trend formula also. So I will explain you step by step. So let me just copy the actual sales data from here and I will paste this data on a new worksheet. So just add a new worksheet, just click on this plus button and just paste this data here. So this is our actual sales data. Now we have to do the forecasting from 1st April. So let me add some other dates here. We can drag this date down to create the date for April month from 1st April till 30th April. Okay, so we will do the forecasting here in these 4 columns using the various method. So let me highlight these column, say in this color, freeze this header. Here we will use the forecast. We can put here forecast 1 till forecast 4. Generally we will do only one forecast, but here I want to explain you 4 different method to doing the forecast in Excel. Now what I will do, first of all I will plot my actual data on a line chart or on a scatter chart. So you can go to the insert and you can insert a line chart or you can insert a scatter chart also, this chart. Now you can see our data points on the chart. All the data is in a proper trend. We don't have any outlier in our data because all the dots are coming in proper trend and there is no dot outside pattern. Alright. So in this case, how we will do the forecast here. So first of all, what I will do, I'll add the trend line here. To add the trend line, just click on this plus button, which is chart element, go to the trend line and we will add a linear regression line. So this is a linear. Add the trend line, just click on this plus button, which is chart element, go to the trend line and we will add a linear regression line. So this is a linear regression line. So the line color is blue. You can change it, right click, go to the format trend line. You can see this is the linear line. Click on this fill and scroll it down, and here you can change the color. Let's say I'm taking black color. You can see the black line, change the width also. So this is our linear regression line. Now I'll tell you how can you add the equation here, the linear regression equation, to do the forecasting. So just right click on the trend line, go to the format trend line, and here you can see the linear should be selected. Just scroll it down and you can click on this, which is the display equation on chart. So just check this checkbox and just close the widget. Here you can see the equation is available here. This y equal to 10558x minus 45744. So this is our linear regression equation to do the forecasting. I'll explain you how can you do the forecasting using this equation. Minus 45744. So this is our linear regression equation to do the forecasting. I'll explain you how can you do the forecasting using this equation. Now let me just show the R square here also. So just go to the trend line, more option, and you can make the R square also visible. Display R squared value on the chart. Now you can see the R square value which is coming 0.84, which is good. That means all the data points are properly correlate with each other and our output of the forecasting will be more accurate. Now I'll explain you the first method to doing the forecast. The first thing, you can simply use the forecast formula. I'll explain you the forecast formula first. So I'm just going down here in front of 1st April and the column C, which is the forecast one. I'll use here forecast formula available in Excel. If you are using Excel 2016 or above version, then you will see there forecast.ets formula as well as the forecast formula. So here we will use the traditional forecast formula only. The syntax of this forecast formula is X. So X means the variable or the data point against which you want to do the forecasting. So we want to do the forecast for 1st April 2019. So this is our X value. So just select this value, put the comma. Now we will put here non-bias. Non-bias means the actual historical values. So the actual historical values are sales, right? The Y values, these are the sales. So we want to do the forecasting for sales. So the Y value non-bias will be the historical sales. So we will select this range, press F4 to freeze this so that when we will fill down the formula, this range should not be changed, comma. Now you can see in the syntax non-axis. Non-axis means, if you will see on the chart also, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Y-axis is the sales and the x-axis is the date. Non-axis means the historical dates. So just select this range. This is our historical date till here, till 31st March. Freeze this and just close the bracket.
The stock market keeps going up, cryptocurrencies keep going up, NFTs keep going up, real estate keeps going up.
And press enter. Now we are getting our forecast here. Now this is the one method to do the forecasting. The another method is, because our data is in proper trend, we can use the trend here also. So we can use trend formula available in Excel. In the trend formula, this is also the similar formula. What we will do here, we will use first of all non-bias. In the non-bias, we will use again the sales, press F4. Then non-axis, you can see here. So the non-axis is this one. Press F4. Then we will put the new X, the date for which we want to get the forecast. Just select this, press enter. So we are getting the same value. You can see almost, this is not the exact same. If you will put here equal to sign, it may give you the false, but this is almost same. There could be some variance on the decimal places. Now the third method, we will use the equation. So equation is basically y equal to then some value x plus then again some value. To use the linear regression with two data points, the formula is y equal to mx plus c. Y is the new point which we will get, then m is the slope in the data, right? So we can get the slope using the Excel formula, simple slope formula. This is the slope formula available in the Excel. Now the c is the intercept. There will be some constant value which should add in the multiply of x and m to get the forecast, like the minus 45744 is the intercept, but we can achieve that intercept using the intercept formula also. So let me put here slope, then let me put here intercept. The slope will be, we can use the slope non-bias. So non-bias is this range. Press F4, then non-axis. So this is the non-axis. Select this range, press F4 and just close the brackets. This is our slope, and the intercept, we will use intercept formula here. Intercept, then again we will use this similar thing, non-bias. So non-bias will be this, press F4, and then non-axis will be this, press F4, just close the bracket. So we are getting the same intercept which is available here. You can see minus 45744. This is minus 45743.7, which is almost same. Now in the third point here, what we will do, we will use the y equal to mx plus c. Means y we have to get, so we have to put the formula as mx plus c. If I will use m is the slope. So just go to the slope. This is the slope value, press F4. Mx means multiply x. The x value is the new date. So this is the date. Multiply this plus, then we have to put the intercept. C is the intercept, this one. Press enter. Then we will get the new forecast. So if we will change the format of this, we will get the new forecast. This is our new forecast. Alright, so we can use this formula also, or you can directly use the formula, like use slope here. First slope, take the slope, this one, press F4, then this range till 31st March, press F4, multiply by date plus intercept. Use the intercept formula. Non-bias will be this one, press F4, comma, non-x will be 1st to 31st March. Press F4 and close the bracket. You will get the same result. If I will change the format, I will paste this here, because the reference here I have not given the correct. Alright, the fourth method which we will use, that is the equation. This is the equation. So we can simply copy this equation, y equal to, and copy all the equation, come down and paste this equation here, press equal to and paste this here. And now we will change the x value. For the x value, we will put this value multiply by date. This is the x value, right? So press enter and change the format. Now here you can see we are getting the forecast. There could be minor difference, because while using the intercept, this value is not in decimal, so there could be the small difference, because actually intercept is this and it is showing 45744, however it is 45743.7. and now if you want to put this on a chart, you can go to the insert and you can insert a, let's say, line chart. Here you can see blue color is our actual data and this orange is the forecast. Alright friends, so that is how you can do the forecasting in Microsoft Excel. If your data has some outlier, if you have some missing values, if your data is not in trend, if your data has seasonality, then how you will do the forecasting, I will explain you these methods in my upcoming videos. Friends, if you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe my channel to get the regular update of my videos. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, so I guess that's it, no, on how to forecast sales in your businesses, no, using Excel. And as you can see, sorry for the for some of you who just came in later, since actually it's my fault kasi I'm a little bit late, so I was out of the office for a little bit, kaya I'm late. So anyway, you can always go back to the video recordings that I'm going to post later. So in this video, you can actually forecast the outcome of your sales of your business. For example, let's say sales, or we can say actually yield, no, kung gusto natin, or yung if you have prior data, we can have like maybe 1 year data, or even months data, 6 months data, pwede, no, or daily sales mo. So you can use that to forecast yung upcoming or yung next na months, next na days, no, of your sales or whatever data you want. And in this video, they have given us four ways to do it. Yung forecast number 1, yung gagamitan mo yung formula ng Excel forecast. Yung second naman, if gagamitin mo yung trend line na formula ng Excel. So please just go back to the video recording later. And yung third forecast yung gagamit ka sa slope, no? And the last forecast is yung gamitin mo yung kanyang formula ng
Yes,
Y,
equal.
no? So anyway, just go back and you can always follow using Excel. So these are only when you do market research, no? So I guess yun lang. And while waiting also for the rest of the reporters by next week, we can have specific example of I just have attended na mga conferences that shows agribusiness na mga social studies. So I can show you some of the mga special problem or special topics. So I guess yun lang. And do you have any questions or clarification before we end? Sorry, nagmamadali ako. And I hope to see you again next meeting. So may mga tanong ba or clarification? Anyone? Daleen, John, Raymer?
Wala naman po, ma'am.
Okay. So if there is something that you did not understand, actually, you just message me kasi anyway, this one you can always access the video tutorials using the Excel. Now, and these are only necessary when you needed this one in your future work or research, no? So again, thank you very much for attending, and see you again next meeting. Sorry, I'll be quick for this session kasi nga late na ako. So thank you and have a nice weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.